pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Baltimore Ravens.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Taken about 7 yards deep, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Carry for Austin Ekeler. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, second down.
No gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 25-yard line.
Out of the gun, Ekeler running it. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
The ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Herbert. That one complete to Joe Reed. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
First down, Chargers.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Ekeler. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. This pass finds its way to Williams. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the 39-yard line.
Herbert. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, second down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Ravens take.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. That's caught out wide by Stills. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They go play action now. Jackson, he'll buy some time right. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
First and 10. I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Second and 9.
Now we're at the 41, second and 9. Jackson from the shotgun. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
He used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, you know, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. They'll run with Barkley. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1.
Quarter with no score.
Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
On 2nd down, Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
First and 10 at the
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Baltimore.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
No gain on the play.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That second down play nets a -4.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. First and goal, no gain. Second and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball third time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
He may try and run for this. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the second quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays. Because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41.
47.
A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards. So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. Out of the gun, Herbert. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands? And off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Is good. Makes the score Ravens 7, Chargers nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick and heads straight out of bounds. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 43. He'll hand off here to Eckler. Credit the tackle there to Aaron Lynch.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Herbert.
It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Now it's Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Flushed out right. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown.
Michael Badgley lining up for the extra point.
So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today. So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half #1. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. And they'll run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. And we're going to get a timeout
1st and 10
with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll go to Barkley again. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead. What an excellent run. And from the beginning, the defense just looked a little fluid, a little out of position.
A little bit frozen, too. Because when you hand the ball inside, you lose sight of it oftentimes as a defender. And your eyes naturally gravitate to the quarterback. And before they realized it, he was off and running through the thick of the line while the quarterback faked it and carried it outside.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
The ball carrier.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Barkley, the ball carrier.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And he's got this down to the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Chargers' 35-yard line.
We're in Baltimore, 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Jackson looking deep downfield. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it's in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Herbert. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Here's Jackson. That's complete to his speedy wideout, Goodwin. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So that one a disaster, a big loss there with 2nd down coming up. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. And they'll get this out quickly to Goodwin. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Complete to Marquise Goodwin. Brings up 3rd down.
They go play action with Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive lineman.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together. Say, all right, guys.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Marcus Peters came screaming in on the corner blitz.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. 3 yards to gain there, 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Herbert now. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
1st down, Chargers.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. That's into the hands of Eckler. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Herbert throwing again. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
On the crossing route, complete. That's Henry. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 18. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Herbert operating from the red zone. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. And it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. To the air again, Herbert. And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown.
Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Hunter Henry. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the 2-point try. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Barkley, the ball carrier.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Again, it's Jones. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And picked up by the Chargers. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
Well, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 35.
First down.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And he comes back with one complete.
Herbert's pass.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. He can run for it, and he will. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
The ball carrier.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
At the 30-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. On the counter, here's Jones. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose.
Today's final score, Ravens 28,